Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a Thursday night live stream. It has been a long time since I have done a live stream on Thursday night. Looks like V-Stag is here, Lumpy Dog is in the house, and spoiler, Bob won a local pie eating contest. If I was in one, I could probably win, but I would never be in one. So this was not really scheduled until 5 minutes ago. We'll give a few minutes for people to roll in here. Big D Smoke says, wow, a surprise. That is right. That is right. That's all I got for you. Just a random live stream on a Thursday night. I did get some new fish. Maybe we'll talk about those later. Well, I haven't got them yet, but I did order them. How you guys doing? Lumpy, Victor, Big D Smoke. You guys doing all right? I hope so. Get some of this stuff out of the way. I didn't even prepare for this at all. I got stuff all over my desk. Fish Person Vlogs, what's going on, man? Brian says, what's up, dude? What up, Brian? Burrito, hello. Chris, hello. Here come the people. Now the notifications are getting sent out, maybe. Trevor, hello. Brian with the question mark, yeah. Beefs Aquatic, Jeff Rose Fish Keeping, yo, yo, yo. Keanu Reeves, hey, buddy. I was just talking about you on Monday. Howdy y'all, twice in a week. Yep, don't get used to it. Kang Lee is here. Jamie McDonald, hello, hello. Curtis, hello. Rob, hello. Edgar, whoa. Wow, Mr. B's Fishing Things, hello. It is Thursday. There is candy in the stream on a Thursday. Yes, a Thursday stream. Because I figured, why not? I've kind of changed the philosophy on my channel a bit, so I kind of just do what I want now. I don't care. Curtis, I got my notification. Awesome. Soggy Pits, are you doing Thursdays again full time? Probably not. That's what I'm saying. Don't get used to it. I'm not gonna guarantee it. Cole is here. What's going on, buddy? Jamie McDonald saying hello. Jeff Rose Fish Keeping with the $20 super chat. The Thursday night any goes stream is back. It is back this week, and yes, just about anything goes. Obviously, we are still family friendly. So yeah, thank you, Jeff Rose Fish Keeping, for the $20 super chat. Everyone should be checking out his channel. Who else do we have in here? Planet Aquatics with Pinocchio. All right. Licks Nibbles, hello. Hey, Nick. Licks Nibbles. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Maybe I have. I'm not sure. But I feel like I haven't. Pete, hello. Scott says, good evening. This feels like back in the olden days. Thursday live streams rule. Daryl Deemer, what's going on, buddy? It's setting now. All right. Chris says, this feels like back in the olden days. Thursdays streams rule. Thursday live streams rule. Aquarimax Pets, hey, what's going on? The Isopods, so I got my Isopods from Aquarimax Pets. You guys should definitely be checking out his channel if you're into that sort of thing. The Isopods, when I checked on them, when was it? I think Tuesday is the last day I checked on them. Anyways, yesterday or the day before, or Monday, I don't remember. About half of them had babies in them, which is nice. I think the only ones that didn't have any babies were the dwarf white, which, I mean, I can't even see the adults, so no surprise there. And then the zebras. I think everything else is producing babies. So that's pretty awesome. I'm super stoked. I got another species after I got an order from you. However, I'm not familiar enough with them to know the scientific name. It's a giant species, and oh man, I just can't remember the name off my hand, or off the top of my head. But so yeah, I'm up to 7 species now, so pretty excited about that. Aquatic Ma says, this better be good. You're interrupting my audiobook about becoming a millionaire. Joking. Missed ya. What's going on, Aquatic Ma? There's probably a lot of good books on becoming a millionaire. Maybe, I don't know. Anyone experienced with green algae all over your sand substrate? How do you combat that? Well, it depends on what kind of algae. Is it actually green algae, or is it cyanobacteria? How long do isopods live? Like a month? That's actually a good question. I don't know. They probably have a pretty good lifespan. They're certainly not. Cole says Russ is great. We need some death feigning beetles. Yep, absolutely. Russ, Cole, and Deb Schramm are big fans of your channel as well. Good to hear. The zebras and dwarfs should catch up. Yep, that's what Cole and Deb have told me, that the zebras kind of take a little bit longer to get established, but once they do, they start going pretty good. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Maybe you can answer how long they live, because I don't know. I would guess certainly longer than a month, though. Erythromycin to get rid of cyanobacteria. Yeah, if that's the type of algae, obviously it's a bacteria, but if that's what you have, then yeah, erythromycin will do it. Or there's a product made by Fritz that I can't remember the name of that will get rid of it as well. What else? Zoe Kitty, hello. 54 Punchy, hello. Planet Aquatics, do you know any all-in-one aquariums you would recommend for a beta? Yeah, actually, oh man, I don't know how long it's been since I did it, but I did an unboxing. Isopods can live for a couple of years. Yeah, I would think, yeah, so that's kind of what I was thinking, especially, you know, most of them, most of the, man, itching. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Anyways, I was answering a question. Oh yeah, if you go back on my channel, I did an unboxing on an Imagitarium, I think, aquarium, from Petco that goes on sale pretty cheap. It was a really cool tank, so go back on my channel, you'll find it. What else do we got here? I think we got some more people in here. Casey, hello. Meatman, hello. Oh, jeez. This again. All right, I'm just going to the bottom. Joel is here. Hello. I think Shrimping with Jen. Hey, how's everyone? I'm doing great. I hope you are. Crystal's Pets and Plants. Hello. Not Nola Jane. Thumbs up to the fish fam. Yep. Lee and Mandy Battersby. I'm looking to breed rainbow cichlids. How many would you recommend to get? Well, it depends. If you're getting them as fry, which most people do, or babies or smaller, and then I would get at least 6 just to ensure that you get a pair, and then grow them out and see if they pair off. Zoe Kitty says, my betta with Popeye was doing really well, then got fungus. The fungus went away, but now there's a weird white thing. I would just keep treating it with whatever it is that you're treating it with, and make sure that your water is clean. Keep up with your water changes. How big is that Bolivian ram behind me? Well, this is not my tank, so I'm waiting for it to make an appearance again. I do not see it. I'll try to keep an eye out. Maybe I'll move over here. I don't know. Did you switch your mouse? No. No. My new mouse that I used it's on my new computer, I still haven't set it up yet. Why don't I have a left shoulder? Yeah, my camera's off. I don't know if I bumped my desk or my monitor or the cam, but it's definitely not normal. I need to slouch this way, maybe. 54 Punchy says, I need to lay down, but Bob is streaming. Well, you need to rest. Don't skip out on your rest on my account. Chris says, don't forget to hit the like button and share button, everyone. Absolutely. Do you think it's okay to feed fish every other day? I think it depends on the type of fish. But honestly, most fish you could probably feed every other day. But I feed every day except Sunday. So no fish get fed on Sundays in my house. Hi again, Kevin. What else we got going on here? I didn't bring back the Rick Thursday live stream. I think I still have Bring Back the Rick tagged in all my live streams. If you look at the tags for my live stream, I think it's still there. Is it possible to do an all-male Episogramma cockatoides 40-gallon breeder tank? Negative, Gary, because you need females to breed in a tank. I thought that was going to be funnier, but I paused like halfway through and it just wasn't funny. I know you mean a 40-gallon breeder. Really, you could probably get away with 2, maybe 3 if you have lots of plants and things to break the eyesight. But honestly, I would probably just do 1. They actually get a lot bigger than people realize. Like this one right above me is pretty small, and it can breed at that size, but they get way bigger than that. Once you get one that's like 2, 3, 4 years out, at grandpa size, they get a good 3 inches. So Brian says, I used to do twice a day. Now I do once a day. Yeah, when I first got into fish, I was like, man, I was feeding them like 5, 6 times a day just to watch them eat, and I had algae everywhere. But now I feed very little, once a day, and a break on Sunday. My High Pleco says, I'll be drilling all my tanks this week. Ooh, you better film you shattering them. Squishy Fishy says, I never found one of my coolies. I made a joke that one of my angels ate him like a noodle. It's it's pretty possible. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. Dizzle Rizzle for shizzle. I'm not even gonna get started on that. Let's see. So I have like 25 plus baby plecos and 75 baby bows Monty, but I'm struggling to feed the rainbows. Any food recommendations for a baby? They are so small. Yeah, you're gonna need. This is why I don't breed rainbow fish. You guys all know that rainbow fish are my favorite fish, but I don't breed them because the fry. It's just a lot of work. It's not really difficult. It's just a lot of work. You have to have live, small food to feed them. And I've had them spawn in my aquariums, and only very few actually survive. But yeah, you need like the smallest of smallest live food that you can get your hands on. Like you could try micro worms. They might go for micro worms, but even those might be too big. Hello again, Pam. Bring back the Rick. I'll be drilling. Yep, got that. I never found one of my angels. Got that one. Make sure it isn't tempered. I don't even want him to check. I just want him to start drilling. Aquatic Mom with the $10 super chat. Thank you. Twins are up. Night all. Good to chill for like 5 minutes. Thanks for stopping by. It's been a long time since I've seen you in one of these live streams. I appreciate it. This has to be the sweetest onion I have ever eaten. All right. Go down. There we go. Yeah, that's... Anyways, Chris says, so my 75 that I shared the video of on your Facebook page, it sprung a leak on the bottom seam. It wasn't even a month old. Pecco gave me a new one that was a fun night. Was it Aquion or Tetra? I'd be really surprised if it was Aquion. You probably... Well, actually, let me ask. Did you put it in your car that the top is chopped off and then drive it on the freeway and... Jeez. The 186 Element says, hello Bob, any root tab advice for a Fluval Flex 15? It just received my order from Aquarium Co-op Professional from the start to finish. You should have got the Aquarium Co-op root tabs. The root tabs I would stay away from are definitely CChem. And pretty much anything CChem I would stay away from when it comes to fertilizers, because it's really watered down. Will it work? Yes, but there's way better stuff out there like the Aquarium Co-op root tabs. Chirish is here. Hello. I'm trying to think of any other root tabs I've used recently. Those are pretty much the only two that I've used. When I say recently, I mean in like the last 2 years. Live stream the whole drilling. Yep. Aquarimax Pet says, I offered my Praecox rainbows infused, I can never say that word, as a first food. That worked until they graduated to microworms. Yeah, I guess, I mean, I would think that, well, probably not. So the Bosemani fry should be like slightly larger, but yeah, I mean, or like here, if I had a surprise batch of rainbow fish and I wanted to try to feed them, the only thing I have access to by going and getting something is microworms. I don't have access to anything smaller than that unless I feed them myself. Unless I feed them myself, unless I grow them myself. So, hopefully you have a local fish store that'll have something for you. The Turtle Girl says a Thursday stream. What is this? Yep, that is right. Infusoria. Yes. Yeah. See, if you spell it phonetically, thank you. But if I try to like say it fast, like while I'm reading, I can never do it. Aquarium tank. I should have used the chop top. It has a tight fit in the back. Wait. Aquarium tank. I should have used the chop top. It was a tight fit. Yeah, I did that in my Genesis coupe. I bought a 20 long at the $1 sale. Tried to get it in the back like an idiot, and there's no trunk in those things. Actually, there's a pretty large trunk, but the opening is like the size of a milk jug. And I was trying to it was so close to getting in there, and I just tweaked it too much and shattered it. And I was like, well, this is going to be a fun day. Words and stuff. Yep. Osmocote aquatic plant fertilizer have been really good choice for me, cheap and easy. I don't promote the use of Osmocote. I don't recommend it, but I know people have had good luck with it, but I don't recommend it. Zoe Kitty says, I can't read the chat. I can't put my glasses on and it makes my headache way worse. I got earbuds for my computer, Bob. You sound lovely and can actually hear you. Okay. Do you know how to deal with cyanobacteria? It's not bad. It's only on my sand and planted discus aquarium. Have any tips to get rid of it? Yes. Erythromycin. If it's not bad, if it's not like heavily entrenched in your aquarium, you can usually get away with 1 dose of erythromycin. Erythromycin is kind of spendy, so hopefully you can get away with just 1 dose of it. I have to go. It's 1:15 a.m. here. Bad time for me. Bye. Well, thanks for stopping by, Lee and Mandy. Whichever one you are, or both, I appreciate it. Miriam Black Fox, hello. So yeah, cyanobacteria is actually pretty easy to get rid of. If it's in your substrate, you can actually just gravel vacuum it out as well. So yeah, gravel vacuum it, use erythromycin, and you should be good. You can go on Amazon and get, what is it called, like blue-green slime remover or something like that on Amazon. That works too. Soggy Pits says, I saw my clown pleco last night for the first time in 5 months. I thought for sure it was dead. That's the great thing about plecos and other catfish, is it's like a brand new fish every time you've seen it, or every time you see it, because it's been so long. Branded guy, what's going on, buddy? Nice fish tank behind you. Yes, it is a nice fish tank behind me. It is not mine, but it is a nice fish tank. Why are you back into Africans? Did you miss them? So, Joel, let me tell you what Africans I ordered. They should be here tomorrow, hopefully. So let's start there. I ordered 3 species of Africans. I know one is, so I got the Alunicara Tanzania, which is like blue and yellow. Very nice looking fish. And then I got the Copetochromis borellii redfin, which are super awesome. If you go way back on my channel, you might be able to see videos of them. I don't know if I still have them, but I used to breed a ton of those things. They sell well because the males look really good, and the females actually have color. They're not just like a silver gray fish. So that's nice. That's a good thing about them. Not that their color is amazing. They just have like bronze fins, but it's still pretty cool. And then I got yellow top Labradachromis, which are like their bodies are black and blue striped, and then the tips of their fins are like a nice bright yellow. So the reason I'm getting Africans, now I'm not getting back into Africans technically because I have always had Lake Tanganyikans. Granted, I now only have 4 tanks. Oh, I have a lot more than I thought. That sounds terrible. I have 4 tanks of Tanganyikans, and so this will be like, you know, a Malawi tank. And the reason I'm getting back into them is because I had a friend message me asking if I could take their fish. It wasn't doing well. All the other fish had passed away, and it is an African cichlid. And originally I was like, take it to this store. It'll find a good home. You know, I don't have a good spot for it right now. and she really wanted me to have it because she knew I would take good care of it. So I broke down. I was like, yeah, I'll come get it. So now I need to get it some buddies, and that's why I ordered these. Driftless Adventures says, no pullets, shame. Well, I'm not done. They're going in a 75-gallon tank, and these are all relatively peaceful. I'm hoping to add 3 more species at a later date. I'm just getting these now because I'm gonna have to grow them out, because the one I rescued is an adult, so I'm not gonna pay for adult African cichlids. So I'm gonna buy fry, grow them out, so I have time to get more. So yeah, anyways, that's the story about that. And I want 6 species total, and then the one that I saved, actually I don't know what kind it is. Well, I don't definitely know what kind it is, but I'm sure if I posted a picture of it in my Facebook group, people would probably tell me right away, but maybe I'll do that later. Did somebody ask if I offered anything to members for people being members? What do members get? We're gonna be doing members only live streams, but it's not gonna take away from the regular live streams or surprise live streams like this. I was just waiting to get 20, and we actually passed 20 members after Monday's live stream. So yeah, we're gonna have to start setting something up, and I don't know what else I'm gonna do, because I don't want to exclude people just because they're not members, but you do want to do something for the members. So it's kind of, I don't know, I got to put some thought into it. We'll see though. EJ Fishes 76, what's going on, buddy? Hey Bob, glad I caught the stream. Good to see you, my friend. Kurt says I bought 8 wild caught leopard, frog, plecos, and some of their poop is white. I've done the med trio twice, and fed Rapashi with 4 packs of General Cure mixed in. No change. What can I do? I would just keep at it, honestly. A wild caught, it's probably gonna take a while. I would just keep at it. Honestly, I think the last wild caughts I had, they probably had issues for like 3 or 4 months before they finally were settled in, and you know, not showing signs of disease anymore. That just keep the water pristine, and they're pretty robust fish. It's a lot of people think because they're expensive that they're hard to take care of. They're not. They're really durable, hardy fish. So just keep at it. Eventually, everything will clear out. You could try other types of medication, but honestly, I would just keep sticking with what you're using now. Again, don't get mad at me if you keep doing that and they die. This is why I don't like giving medical advice to people when it comes to their fish, because if you do what I say and it dies, then you're gonna be mad at me. But that's just what I would do. Behave, Brandon. What's going on here, guys? I don't like crazy aggressive mixed tanks. I prefer just a nice species only tank. Well, the thing with Africans is that there's a lot of them that are super angry. There's a lot of them that are super angry with their own kind, and then there's a lot of them that are just, you know, today I'm gonna be a jerk, but tomorrow we'll be best friends. But then there's actually peaceful ones, like the Copetochromis. They're actually peaceful. So that's what I'm trying to do, is get more on the peaceful spectrum and a wide variety, because there's so much color. Granted, most of it is blue or yellow, but you can get outside of that, and I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it. We'll see. It's replacing my 75-gallon planted tank that you guys haven't seen forever, because all the crypts crashed. So it was my huge crypt garden tank. It's got a sump. I mean, it's all set up. I thought about doing saltwater, but I don't think I'm definitely like 99% sure I'm not gonna do saltwater. Daryl Deemer with the $10 super chat. Thank you, Daryl Deemer. I appreciate it. It's all my fault. What's my fault? Candy's leaving. Now we can act up. There you go. I mean, you can act up. Guys, I am not. You guys should know by now I'm not strict on my channel. Like I said, it is family friendly, so as long as you're not dropping F-bombs left and right, I really don't care. Thank you. The leopard frogs look very healthy and are eating a ton. As long as they're eating and you're keeping up on your water changes and keeping it really clean, I honestly, I wouldn't be too worried about it at this point. I would expect it to take some time. Africans seem to be sensitive to similar colored fish. I don't even know what that means, but I have not experienced that in any of my African tanks. Crebensis can be devils. There are some really nice cribs, but the common crib is probably the most aggressive one that I've kept. There needs to be good green African. There are green African cichlids, actually. I'll have to look it up. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but there are some green. Well, not like full green. Not like a yellow lab is yellow. There's not like a green lab that's green. But you can find some green out there. 3 rose lines and a 75. Would they school with rummies or cardinals? Because I've seen them do so before. So a lot of fish will school with a lot of different fish. I don't know that I would only do 3. I would recommend a minimum of 6. Because there are going to be times when they want to school with their own kind. And 3 is like the bare minimum. I mean, I would really do 6. You got a 75-gallon tank. Which I think would be all right for rose lines. I mean, really a 6-foot tank is what you want for a rose line, but you know, you should be all right. I just planted a 5-gallon tall tank with 2,500 lumens. Is 2,500 lumens too bright for a small tank? There's so many variables when it comes to that, but you're probably all right. If it's too bright, if you're getting tons of algae, you can just lift it up. I mean, I don't know if you have any type of risers or anything, but honestly, a 5-gallon tank does not need a lot of light. Cole says F-bomb. Oh, F-bomb. For some reason, that F, I don't know, it looks like the Facebook F. I was like, Facebook bomb? What? Don't get me in trouble with the CIA or something. Or I guess it would be the NSA is the one listening to me speak right now. The Nerdy Fish says, I'm late, but I'm here. What's going on, the Nerdy Fish? Dogma says, thanks for your answer. What I mean is if you add 2 species of peacocks, both blue, they fight. One of the species red makes them less likely to fight. Yes, but I'm only doing 1. I don't want any inbreeding. It's not inbreeding, but interspecies shenanigans going on. So I'm only getting 1 type of peacock. That's why I got peacocks. Copodachromis look like peacocks, but they won't breed with a Lunicara. At least they didn't when I had them. And then of course the Labradachromis. So I'm specifically getting fish that shouldn't breed with each other and make some kind of mutant monster. So only 1 type of peacock. So is it better to drop F-bombs on the left or on the right? Hey, you go to my second channel and you can drop all the F-bombs you want. How about that? I've been known to drop one a time or two on an occasional nerd rage. You know, it probably happens like once a year. Over there, Kang Lee, all the F-bombs you want. Q Aquatics is here. What's going on, Susie? I was gonna say something about motorcycles, but I won't. Late but made it. Russell, hello. Steenfott Aquatics, native sunfish, smallest bass, or wild Oscar. Well, I would do native sunfish, smallest bass. I don't know what the smallest bass is. Oh, excuse me. Any bass I've ever seen or caught is way too big for a 75-gallon. But I don't know. I'm not really into the Oscar scene. I have seen some very beautiful Oscars, but I don't know that I would ever get one. So I'm kind of leaning the other way. I like to drop them right down in the middle. Oh, right down in the middle. Yeah, okay, there's some consensus there. Max says, I've heard more than once a year. Don't BS us. I don't believe it. That just doesn't sound like me at all. Maybe every once in a while. Maybe twice a year. Or an hour. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyways, what else do we got going on here? Kiwi, hello. Good morning, folks. Sorry I'm late. Better late than never, as Susie says right above you. You guys have gone quiet on me. I didn't plan to talk about anything here, so you guys got to keep the chat rolling. It's up to you guys. Any monster fish ideas for a 75-gallon? No, I would not put a monster fish in a 75-gallon. I mean, hence the word monster fish. Man, what's up with your guys' chats? You've all gone quiet. Am I still live streaming? Is this still live? Someone say something. There we go. Howdy, everyone. Happy Fishy Thursday, Mr. Fax Machine. Favorite shrimp food, Steenfott. Carl, my favorite shrimp food is the same as Lucas, and that is the tetracolor granules. I'm not prepared to say that it's the best shrimp food, but it is very convenient, and they seem to love it. Trout season opens this weekend. Too bad I'm planning on going to a meetup at the Mall of America. Goldfish in a gallon? What do you mean? Goldfish in a 75-gallon. Goldfish would love a 75-gallon, that's for sure. The Nerdy Fish says, anyone going to any sea fish auction in CT this weekend? I can tell you that I'm not. There might be some people actually in this chat that are going. Maybe. I'm going to assume you mean Seleuci work in a 20 long if there are plenty of hiding places. How many, what type of hides? I would not do any Mbuna in a 20 long. Even smaller species, I would not do in a 20 long. I just think you're asking for a lot of problems. Should have put monster in quotes. I mean, bigger fish. Would never put a true monster in a 75. I already have my cichlids, flower horn, and peacocks in separate tanks. Man, I'm just not really into like those huge fish. There is probably some smaller but still fairly large, like South or Central American cichlids. But again, you're out of my realm as far as fish that I keep, so nothing that I could like name like just off the top of my head. Maybe someone in chat can give you some advice. There are some like of the real bigger ones, like the Haitiensis or the Black Nasty. I've always wanted one of those. Maybe someday I'll do it, but that's definitely going to require a lot more than a 75-gallon tank. Steenfott Aquatics, are you aware of a method to treat Series stone so it doesn't affect water parameters? There's a seller on eBay, 88 tank supply, that claims their treated stone will not. Honestly, I've never had Series stone affect my water parameters. Interesting. My friend has white blobs all over his plants. We thought they were snail eggs, but they squish down when you bump the plant or try to touch them with tweezers. Any idea? It's probably fish eggs. If it's not snail eggs, it's probably fish eggs. It messed up live stream me dropping off. Wait, is it messed up that I live streamed me dropping off the Titanic? All right. Cole Schramm says, is Mr. Tegu back to fighting form? Still needs to pack on some weight, and it's Mrs. It is a female Tegu. Still nameless. She's been in brumation for a long time, and you think I would have figured out a name by now, but I have not. But she still needs to pack on some weight. She still is pretty skinny, but she's getting there. I'm going to be picking up some hornworms, which she absolutely loves, tomorrow. So that should fatten her up pretty quick. Would rams do fine with a bit of flow? I can tell you that Bolivian rams would. Absolutely. Cool, man. Good old tetragranules on standby. I'm going to try shrimp dinner by this German company too. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to have a favorite fish food for shrimp when they'll eat just about anything. I mean, really. Yeah, I've thought about shell dwellers. I have done. See, here's the thing. I'll probably do the 20 long as a hill stream tank with a spiny eel. Even shell dwellers will overrun a 20 long in no time. I used to have my shellies in a 20 long, like back when I first got them. long years and years and years ago. They were in a 20 long, and I think they outproduce that like faster than I can get rid of them. Granted, African cichlids are impossible to even give away in my area, but yeah. All about DIY. What's up, buddy? What's up, Bob? You'll be happy to know that I'm building a Turbo 2 valve for my '03 Mustang Centennial, and I'm going to race it in NASA America Iron Extreme. Just started the project. That was a lot to say. Sounds like fun, though. Turbo 2 Valve Extreme. What is it? Oh, go down. Turbo 2 Valve for my '03 Mustang Centennial, and I'm going to race it in the NASA American Iron Extreme. Well, I hope you're going to put videos of it. I mean, it would be technically DIY, so you better put videos on your channel, because I am still subscribed. Do I know what the two plants in the background are? Well, this is a sword plant over here, and this wrinkly one over here up in the corner, it actually looks like Valencia crypt, which is what I just installed or planted in my 75-gallon tank. And then the one in the middle, oh, actually, you know what that is? That's a starts with a C. Never mind. It starts with a C. It's the bulb plant, Crenum calamostratum. That's it. So that's the one on over there. This is some type of sword plant, and the middle one, I'm not sure. It looks like some type of hydro, but I don't know for sure. I've heard you talking about panther chameleons at a pet store, that you were waiting for the price to go down. I'm not sure if you already addressed this, but I'm wondering if anyone bought it or you. It went down to $150, and I did not buy it. If it was a male, I would have bought it, but it was a female, so I didn't buy it at $150, but someone did buy it at $150. If it had dropped again, I think the next price drop would have put it to $75, which is how Petco works. It was at Petco, which I'll probably never buy another reptile at Petco again, but at $75 for a panther chameleon, it's kind of hard to pass that up. But yes, Planet Aquatics, I absolutely do remember. I'll do that for sure. Don't you have a Mustang? I named my channel that because I DIY everything, or try at least. I do not own a Mustang, but I do like certain Mustangs a lot. Like the 68, the 70, the 93 GT, the 87 to 93 Fox body. GT is like a dream car that I'm gonna own as soon as one of my videos go viral. Actually, I would need like 10 viral videos to buy one, but that's like my dream car, and it's that car, the 87 to 93, is strictly nostalgia. That was the car that I saw when I was a kid, and I was like, oh, you know, I was like, so that's strictly for nostalgia, but it's still probably one of my favorite. And then I really like the new Mustangs. I think the '02 is the year that I wrecked one, that '02 body style. But yeah. Objective viewer says, just like the video, thank you. The wrinkle plant is Crinum calamostratum. I did correct myself. I did. Yep, the 88 GT convertible. Well, I don't want a convertible just because I'll probably do something stupid and roll it, and I don't want it to roll on my head. No, I've never rolled a car. Well, I've come close, but my buddy had a 91 GT. Yeah, I just want that black GT with the 5-spoke wheels, you know, lowered so it's sitting right on the wheel, just nice and sleek. Yep. Yeah, the 67 Boss Mustang. I like the 70 Boss Mustang. I mean, there's just a lot of nice cars in general. My car was a 68, great car. Get a Mustang. Fox body is mega throwback, awesome. 5.0 all day. This is not fish related. Yeah, well, it's Thursday. We don't do fish related on Thursday. I have a crappy car. I have a Genesis Coupe, which has turned out to be one of the biggest turds I've ever owned. And I will never buy another one as long as I live. It's really nice. It is fun when it's not broken. The white 2018 Mustang that we took out and test drove was strictly just for making a video. I did not buy it or anything like that. That was strictly just for the video. 186 Element 87 Mustang GT original owner. Yeah, see, man, there was a black one for sale in my area for $3,500. The body was straight, the interior was clean, and it sold in like 2 seconds. Seriously, the ad had been up on Facebook for like 12 minutes, and I'd already messaged him, and he's like, "I've got 3 people coming to look at it." I'm like, "Oh, I don't even have $3,500, but I would have found it. I would, because that's so cheap. I would have like robbed a bank or something. I don't care." Anyways, the 2020 GT500 is okay. I want to test drive one so bad. Too expensive to buy. I can go get one. Yes, I do have a good relationship with the Ford dealership. Obviously, we took out the Shelby Raptor, which is like a $130,000 truck. They want us to do a Super Snake, which is like 700 and some crazy odd horsepower. So Genesis is Hyundai, right? Yeah. Yep. And the year it came out, it was a good car. Like the features, like it had features that you couldn't get in other rear-wheel drive sports cars. But so it's a 2010. I've already had the transmission rebuilt and the engine rebuilt, not covered under warranty. And it's got like 50,000 miles, and I've already got about 5 or 6 grand in repairs. Pretty awesome. Otter Creek Aquatics, what's going on, buddy? Hey Pam and Max. Hey Candy. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to Barrett-Jackson, Palm Beach tomorrow. Can't wait. Hoping to see a few 67 Camaros. Also a really nice car. See, the thing about me is I'm not one of these snobs that are like, "Oh yeah, Fords rule, Chevys are terrible, or Chevy trucks are the best and Ford trucks are crap." I like all cars from all brands, if I like them. Like, the brand doesn't dictate whether I like the car or not. Which, you know, like the truck people are insane. Like, they got the Calvin, the Chevy truck guy with the Calvin picture peeing on a Ford logo. Like, who cares? Like, the Ram is nice. The Chevys are nice. The Fords are nice. They're all nice in their own way. Squishy Fishy says, "I want to breed my electric and blue Rams, but I'm too lazy to set up another tank. And if I leave the eggs there, normally Corys will eat them. Should I buy or make a cave? Any tips?" So you could do a cave. You can make one with you could try a PVC pipe, but they probably wouldn't spawn in that. You'd want like a clay pot, turn it over, drill out like a 1-inch hole. That would probably work, but you're probably going to need a cave. If you want the parents to raise them and not get eaten by Corys, then you're going to need some type of cave, like a cichlid stone or like a clay pot that you drilled out a hole, etc., etc. Food must be next. Dang Bob, I have a 95 Ford F-150 with 283,000 miles on it, and I haven't put anywhere near that much money into repairs. Yes, I want a 93 F-150 regular cab short bed. That's the truck I want. I got a big block 87 Suburban, got $700 into yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. I hear that Lumpy Dog, it would be so fun. They are pricey though, 30,000 for what? What are we talking about? By the way, Focus RS are sweet. Would love to thrash one on a road course. Okay, worst car ever, probably the Azteca, right? I don't know if it's the worst car ever, but it's certainly the ugliest car ever. And I would say worst car ever is probably anything made by Chrysler, which the Azteca might actually be made by Chrysler. Do I have a top 5 list of favorite betta types and strains? I do not. I will be busting out a lot of top 5 videos tomorrow night, hopefully. I'll be spending the night at Aquarium Co-op, so that should be fun. Max says, I just found out one of my Macolachai rainbows jumped out. That's the worst. I hate finding dead fish. Pontiac Aztec. I would take a Pinto over a Pontiac Aztec, honestly. I mean, the Aztec has a lot of cool stuff, but man, it is ugly. And even a Pinto isn't as ugly as the Aztec. Pacer, see, I feel like we're at that stage now where like a Pinto or a Pacer is like nostalgia at this point, and it's probably like, is it so retro now that it might be cool? I don't know. My parents had a Pinto when I was a kid, and you know, I just remember us all strapped in the back seat and one long seatbelt drawn over all of us because there wasn't enough seatbelts for all the kids. So all about DIY. I hate Chrysler. I have worked on a few PT Cruisers and they should all be smashed. Yeah, so Chrysler is not my exception to the rule. Like, I don't think Chrysler has ever made anything good, and I think the proof is that they've been bailed out like 100 times. So at some point, we need to stop bailing out this car company. All they do is build crap. Nobody buys their crap, and I just lost like 100 subscribers because they all drive Chryslers, but I'm sure the new ones are nice. I mean, but man, some of the Chryslers from back in the day. Ugh. Are you gonna sleep with the fishies? Someday, my friend, someday. My male electric blue ram keeps chasing my female, but there's no damage. Most people say that that's a sign of male's ready to breed, but the female isn't. Does anybody else have this or have answers? That is exactly what's going on. That you answered your own question. The Cadillac Cinnamaroon? I don't even know what that is. Had a Pinto wagon. Had a blast. Get it? Because they blow up? I think a Pinto would be cool, but I would still not drive one unless they moved the gas tank, because there's everyone is texting and driving right now. So if you got blew up back in the 70s and early 80s, you're definitely going to get blown up now. Someone is going to rear end you while they're texting. What would you suggest for a 65-gallon planet tank other than neons, cardinals, and thread fins? Oh man, there's so much you could do. Dwarf cichlids on the bottom. You could do corydoras. You could do 10 different types of rainbow fish. You can do rasboras, cherry barbs. Man, sky's the limits. My first car was a 65 Barracuda. My first car was a Ford Escort. Favorite moss is probably Christmas moss. It has been for a long time. I like Physidens, but Physidens seems to be a real dust collector. If I don't keep it next to like an outlet to a filter or a power head, Physidens for me seems to like collect the most debris out of any moss ever. But I've always liked Christmas moss. It's really dense. I like the way it looks, just the formation of the moss. It's pretty much always going to be my favorite moss. Flame moss is nice, but again, Christmas moss is like always probably going to be my favorite. Yep, you list, yeah. Every Chrysler 300 I've ever seen has blown up at some point. I have a 65 Plymouth Belvedere with 35,000. Well, now you're going back to when they actually made real good cars. How do you keep a quarantine tank cycled between use? If the quarantine tank is empty, will the beneficial bacteria die off over time? You could do things like snails. My quarantine tank is generally never empty for more than 2 weeks. Eventually, it might die off, but if you keep your quarantine tank planted, you'll never have an issue. I have plants in my quarantine tank, but I mean, even just throw some snails in there. My moss is full of hair algae. There is ways that you can fix that. You could get like a brush and comb it out. No, I'm just kidding. You can get rid of it with hydrogen peroxide, but it's a very risky scenario, and you can end up frying all your moss, but it can be done. Thanks for the good conversation. I'm glad it's a catchy topic. Have a good one, Bob. All right, buddy. Take it easy. I'm looking forward to seeing your build. I had an old Plymouth, but I put 500,000 miles on before I gave it to a friend. Yeah, like there's definitely some Plymouths from like the 50s that I would own for sure. I use cycled material from another tank, Brian. Yeah, I mean, really, this is why everyone needs at least one sponge filter. You could just take it out of a different tank and set it up. So when I don't have a quarantine tank set up all the time, you guys, I don't know if anybody watched the final video of the breeding fish for profit tank, but you saw it was a sponge graveyard. So the times that I don't have a quarantine tank set up, I just take one out of there, plug it into the airline, and I'm good to go. I don't have to wait for cycles or anything. How long should I keep my tank empty after having a bout of Camellinus worms? Honestly, if there's nothing else in there, if there's like no plants in there, I would just empty it and let it dry out, maybe for a week or two, just bone dry. And depending, you could hit it with bleach if you're really worried about it, but it's not too bad. Spike quarantine tank with some straight ammonia once a week, super cheap at the grocery store. Suzuki X90 for the win, ugliest car. I don't know. I know which one you're talking about. You know what car I would really like is a Suzuki Samurai. And I know you're thinking, oh, how do you fit in that? I actually fit in it. There's some room in there. But I just think that would be one of the funnest little cars for up in the mountains because they're so small, 4-wheel drive, and like 100 miles to the gallon. I could go on any back road anywhere with that thing. Hi Bob, what wattage of inline heater do you recommend for 120 long? For 120, I would not go over 100 watt heater. We have a Valiant Pacer. I crushed the front left fender. I was 14 and hadn't driven a loaded horse float before. No idea it wouldn't stop where I want it with the extra weight. My first experience of driving was on a Ford Ranger that I drove into a ditch. And my dad was yelling at me to turn the wheel, and I'm like, I am turning the wheel. I'm doing like this. This is how fast I'm turning the wheel. He's like, turn the wheel. I'm like, I am. And I just went boop right over into the ditch. Yep. Oh my God, Suzuki Samurai is so awesome, right? Like, I tell people I want a Suzuki Samurai, and they just laugh at me and think I'm stupid. Jan Kakong. I'm John. I'm just butchering your name. Thanks, dude. I never make it to your live chats, but I always love your videos. Thank you, my friend, for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate it. Glad you could make it. I'm not gonna say that Thursday is gonna be an every week thing, especially coming into summertime. But I am going to attempt to either do like this live stream once a week or a quick like 10 to 15 minute live stream from my fish room. And I said that like 3 weeks ago, and then I just forget. So I'm so not used to doing these live streams that I just forget. So either the Thursday night one I'll try to do, or a Friday like 10 to 15 minute live stream with something going on in the fish room. But yeah, I just have to set reminders on my phone because I forget, because I'm not used to doing it, and then I'll get sidetracked doing some project. Suzuki Sidekick. That's, yeah. I mean, honestly, I would own one of those too, but I'd still rather have a Samurai. I had to learn to drive with a station wagon. My first car was a Ford Escort. It was a manual. It's the car I learned to drive in, and you know, you do. I thought I'd be smooth while I was driving it, and use my left leg for the clutch and the brake. And I'm like, oh yeah, my stepmom, I had my permit, so my stepmom's in the passenger seat, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be smooth. And ended up just slamming on the brakes, slamming on the clutch, panicking, and then slamming on the gas. So we came to like a screeching halt. I'm like redlining the engine, and she's like thinking like I'm about to hit something because I'm slamming on the brakes. It was so funny. I was like, whoops, sorry about that. Yonky Kong. Hey, Yonky Kong, I like it. That's cool. Thank you. I have a sticker on my 85 Toyota rock crawler that says Ford Recovery Vehicle. Bob has the memory of a goldfish. That is certainly true. Yep. I almost said Steenfott Aquatics. Scottish Aquatics, what's up, Scott? Let's do that tour, Bob. I'll show you my car I'm working on when you come by. Turbocharged. So I can't do this weekend, but I can do next weekend. So let's get it on the books. Either Friday or Saturday. Sunday is the day of rest. I do nothing on Sundays except water changes. That's it. Sidekicks had a rollover problem. Well, yeah, that was kind of back in the days when all SUVs would roll over, really. Say her name again, Yonky Kong. Yonky Kong, like Donkey Kong, one of my favorite video games, arcade video games. So yeah, Scott, we'll try it not this weekend, but next weekend. Let me look at the date. Let me just double check the date real quick. Calendar 19th or 20th. Yeah, if you're available the 19th or 20th, that should work. Oh, I will want to say, so I ordered 3 different types of African cichlids, and I also ordered one of my absolute favorite Corridoras ever. I'm not gonna say what they are because they're probably not gonna come in. This is a fish that is so popular that it sells out almost immediately. So I hope I'm gonna get it, but we'll see. It is absolutely one of my favorite Cory species ever. So yeah, that'll be fun. If I do get them, I'm gonna drop that video like the minute I get them. I'm gonna film them and go live on the video because they're super awesome. They're like the most coolest Cory ever. With winter coming for me, how do I know when to stop feeding pond goldfish for the season? Will they stop asking to be fed, or I just have to cut them off? Gosh, I think there is like a temperature that you want to stop feeding them, but I don't remember what it is. I'm sorry, I've never kept goldfish outside, so maybe someone in chat, but I'm pretty sure that there's like a temperature in that area that you want to stop feeding them. Candy, you are everywhere. I wish YouTube paid you. Donkey Kong Country was, yeah, that one was pretty good. Have you ever kept Serpe? Yes. Black Phantom? No. Bleeding Heart? Yes. Bleeding Hearts, I just posted a picture of one of my Bleeding Heart tetras on my Instagram, and then they've been in a lot of videos recently as well. Well, like 2 or 3. If you look at if you go back and look at my video on installing a 3D background on a 75-gallon tank, you'll see my school of Bleeding Hearts. I have never kept Rosie, so just Serpe and Bleeding Heart. The Pseudomagillocotruidae are way smaller than I thought they would be. I've had bigger tetras. They can't even eat pellets. Yes. Pellets are generally not a good idea to feed rainbows anyways. Oh, man. Ooh, but yes, that's like the most common thing I hear when people get pseudomagills. They're like, they're way smaller than I thought. I mean, they are a nano fish, so they are going to be small. Definitely smaller than like full-grown neon tetras. Serpe tetras are jerks. Yes, they are kind of a more jerky tetra for sure. Thanks. Is that all day or just morning temp? I hope someone else is answering your question. I remember reading 50 degrees for goldfish. There we go. It's probably like an average, like when your average daily temperature is below 50. I don't know, but I'm just guessing. What temps go below? Oh, when temps go below 50 degrees. Yep, 50 degrees. Oh, we've had a few people say 50 degrees. All right. The water temp, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. All right, guys, it is 6 o'clock. That means it is time to end it. Let's thank our super duper super chatters: Jeffro, Aquatic Mod, Daryl Deemer, and Yonky Kong. Yonky Kong. I already forgot. Yonky Kong. I keep wanting to say donkey or like some variation of both of them combined. I don't know. But anyways, thanks for the super chats, everyone. Thanks everyone for showing up. Thanks for the likes, the shares. If you shared, I really do appreciate all of you showing up, especially since this was not planned. We are cutting it off exactly at 6 because KG Tropicals is going to be going live in about 1 minute. So this is like super old school where we would go back to back. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. Yonky, yep, Yonky Kong. Night dude, enjoying Instagram content. Thank you, Yonky Kong. I'm kind of jealous of that name, to be honest. But anyways, I hope you guys had fun. I had fun. Thank you. And I'll see you all in 4 days, 5 p.m.